Yes. I now have to go to the second page, which was something that I haven't had the need of doing since I first started using internet. Non-stop ads as the first 3 results. Similar findings that have a single word of your search terms are completely unrelated search results because the algorithm is secretly testing something.
I always laugh when I enter like 4 search terms and all the results focus on just one of the terms. Like, yes Google, I was just messing around when I added those extra terms. Thanks for ignoring them for me.
Yeah, web search really sucks now. I find myself adding Reddit to the search fairly often, because at least it will show people answering something like the question I have. Nothing worse than getting linked to a bunch of poorly written articles about what the 10 best widgets are with links to Amazon products in the body of the message. OMG me too LMAO. Like if I am looking for opinions on something, it's more reliable than sifting through reviews.
It's not just Google, it's everywhere every time you search something. Just go to Amazon, type in brand XYZ noise cancelling headphones, and you everything besides the actual brand you put in.
You can look something up on Amazon, copy and paste the name in Amazon search bar, and still not be able to find it.
Whenever I do an image search, I wish Pinterest would be outlawed.
uBlock origin filter! ! Pinterest results on Google. *##. G. Has, a, href * Pinterest. Google. *## a, href * Pinterest. Nth ancestor, 1.
What gets me is the sites that have direct scrapes of questions, answers and code from places like GitHub, Microsoft ECT. For some reason Google puts them first, so you have to scroll through lists of cloned results to get to something that makes sense. It never used to be like this.
Well, this explains why I'm so damn confused when I'm trying to find some code. Everything I find is in pieces and makes no sense, like I know that is supposed to do that, but how on earth do I put it into the code and make it work? I've ended up using YouTube channels to figure things out. A good video explains what everything does and I also understand WTH is happening. I'm completely self-taught.
I do YouTube searches a lot and at least a third of the results are videos from bigger channels that are barely related to what I'm looking for. Like if I'm looking for gameplay footage of a semi-obscure Nintendo Wii or DS game, a lot of the search results are going to be from a day ago with titles like, OMG, we need to talk about that Nintendo Switch Pro leak, with a thumbnail showing the YouTuber either seconds away from orgasm or immediately after eating an entire lemon.
Yes. I fucking hate the YouTube search engine. Before, I could find obscure songs or videos by just searching for them, but now the first 2 to 4 results are related and rest are absolute goddamn garbage. I have to use way more specific search terms, which sucks when you're finding a mash of a song that is 1 hour long. Previously, I could just goddamn scroll down.
Yup. Most results are just roadmaps to point you towards buying something rather than giving you info. I searched something the other day. Don't recall what. Something fairly mundane and was hoping to just find intel on it. All Google gave me was a bunch of Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and other big box retail links. Fuck off. I just wanted to know about this thing. I am not looking to buy shit. If I wanted that, I'd use the shopping tab.
Agree. What's the point of having a shopping tab if everything is shopping? I was trying to find some art images for Easter and, even using the images tab, the first dozen or so results were things for me to buy. The exact same first dozen results is on the shopping tab. Renaissance painting crucifixion Jesus isn't something I want to buy.
It's not just Google. Software in general has gone from being user-centered to being provider-centered. It isn't about what the software can do for you, and how easy it is for you to use it, but what the software can extract from you for the publisher.
Hit the nail on the head. If it was more user-based, they would have a system more akin to Reddit with how useful, relevant the searched for information is. Not that Reddit's search engine is good.
I can't think of any Google product that hasn't gone to crap over the years.
Honest question. Is Google Maps not good for many people? I actually think it's far superior than the alternatives.
Yeah, there's a lot of bias in advertising in the results they show.
Gotta love when the first 5 results are advertising. At least they show you they are, but still awful nonetheless.
I'm no SEO optimization expert or anything, but the amount of fucking blog posts I get when looking up stuff is ridiculous. I think the absolute worst offender are those sites that do the top 10 of X thing that legitimately interests you, but instead of just listing them in order on the page, they use fucking slides. Straight to jail.
I hate these so much and never know what to call them. These blog-like articles, where every sentence is its own paragraph, looks like it was written in a day, and despite the word count, contains absolutely no information. Does anyone know if there is a way to filter out these kind of results from a Google search? I know there's a way to refine your results to certain file types, like a PDF, or website types, like forums. So is this another type that can be filtered for? Or is this just the state of the internet, Google today, and there's no way around it?
YouTube search results have gotten bad even faster than Google's. I've played with DDG, Bing, and they're aggressively bad, worse than Google's declining quality. On YouTube I sometimes put in the exact title of the video I want to see and get a bunch of crap semi-related to the video, mixed with a bunch of, because you watched this other unrelated video, and, rewatch this unrelated one you watched 3 months ago, and, here's some conspiracy theory BS because we want your eyeballs for as long as possible on this platform even if you're hate watching. YouTube basically doesn't have a search anymore. You type in a search term, it shows 5 videos related to that search and then shows lists of related and others have watched that are just algorithm outputs and have nothing to do with your search.
It's actually becoming commonplace to enter search term Reddit, because while Reddit's own search engine is horrendous, typing Reddit after your search term will give you a few threads of people discussing the thing you are Googling, which gives you a pretty good start usually.
It pisses me off that I'll Google a question and nothing relevant comes up. I add Reddit to the end of it and suddenly there are multiple people asking the same question verbatim. Google clearly found results matching my search, but I have to jump through hoops to get them. SEO has become completely fucked in the last 4 years. That feeling of dread as you look over 24 shitty corporate auto-generated useless and irrelevant results didn't always happen before. Google search has lost its way.
Rather, Google search got reverse engineered and people will just engineer bullshit pages to ensure their result is first.
Back in my day we used Ask Jeeves. And we were happy it didn't require as much prissy formatting as EBSCO-host.
Justice for Jeeves.
Is it that Google is worse, or the internet as a whole is worse? Back in the day, if I searched a programming question, I'd have a couple of pages of programming-oriented forums to browse for help. Similar for most other kinds of question, really. Now I have to conscientiously ignore anything other than Reddit, Stack Overflow, and a few others because it's all consistently barely comprehensible spam with some keywords sprinkled around. Otherwise it's content from one of the handful of useful sites that has been copy-pasted. I'm complaining about programming resources, but it's 100x worse if you're looking for any kind of product reviews. These pages feel like they've been generated by GPT-3. There's like 100,000 top 10 running shoes for 2022 pages, and they all read like, these shoes go on your feet, and provide cushioning for long runs. Product reviews on the internet have always been questionable, but it's never been as awful as it is now.
I think this is it. The internet is literally flooded with search engine optimized half-baked content that buries all of the real stuff.
What tanked Google is the fact that the web is hardly a web anymore. The Google PageRank algorithm worked based on ranking a page higher as it had more incoming links of higher quality. But websites rarely link each other anymore, which makes determining relevance harder.
But websites rarely link each other anymore, which makes determining relevance harder. I remember when this was still a thing, but was starting to fade out. Memories.
They also changed their category system. Earlier it used to be something like web, images, videos, news. Now depending on what you search, they don't appear in that same order. Also in image CX, we cannot see the resolution of images in the thumbnail. And search by resolution and larger than a particular size is hidden deep. Before it was very quick. The ads have gone out of hand. Watch a YouTube video and get bombarded with ads like you are watching TV. Ads in news pages are everywhere. Not just Google but internet is becoming a very messy place.
Greater than watch a YouTube video and get bombarded with ads like you're watching TV. Sponsor block and uBlock if you're on a computer.
Yes, apart from ads, they changed the algorithm from matching your search word for word as best it could to a neural network scanning it and deciding that you probably meant something else that is more popular and more people search for. https://blog.google/products/search/language-understanding-bert/.
I recently searched cartoon and all the results were for cartoons. It didn't even ask if I meant cartoons. Like if I wanted to know about cartoons, I would have searched cartoons, Google.
Hasn't been fast. The slide probably became noticeable around 2017 for me. There was a similar transition on Amazon. A lot of products were made by name brands. Then fully random Chinese named brands took over. And there are often no clear long-term best options in any category. I am mostly buying construction tools, electronics accessories, scientific equipment. Not to say Chinese manufactured goods aren't fine. They can be best in class. It's the chaos and constant change that's problematic. Amazon could curate the best laser level and have the price decrease over time on a solid design. Instead, it lets 20 no-name brands compete against 1 or 2 name brands in the low-cost class, and nothing is accomplished over 5 years. Likewise, the best answer to a question on Google is often known, and was established years ago, but gets buried with time rather than curated.
Yes. I feel like Amazon for most products now is 700 pages of what is obviously the same cheap single design rebranded by dozens of no-name resellers. It's got really bad illusion of choice.
The worst is when I'm looking for a release date, for example, and it's a 5-paragraph article. Do you want to know the date? We'll tell you the release date. Just keep scrolling past these ads to find out the release date. Whole ass irrelevant backstory. The release date is coming soon. Everyone is excited for the release date. More ads. Now a lot of people wonder what the release date is. Currently we do not have a release date.
This right here is hands down the most annoying format, and whoever got this to be a thing should have their scroll speed perfectly decreased to 1% of average across all devices.
Google image search used to show full pictures in a non-potato resolution. Now you have to go to the page and hope the picture is actually on it. The fact the internet has become less useful over time frustrates me endlessly.